Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gwen Anatolu, and I'm with Management Resource Services. And I'm here today to demonstrate the new tool made available by Wiley and Son for the DiSC Catalyst platform. And that new feature is the Your Groups feature that's located on the Catalyst platform. Many of you have requested that we provide a demo of the tool and how to use it. We thought we would use a video as a means of sharing that information with you. So with that, I have opened on my browser the Everything DiSC Catalyst platform, and you simply get there by typing in catalyst.everythingdisc.com. This is the platform that we would have used in class or that your facilitator may have used in class. So this is the navigation bar that I will use throughout the demo. Clicking on the hamburger, as I do that, if you look down to the left, you see the various pieces of data that's available to you within the platform if you have taken the Workplace Catalyst assessment. There are additional assessments on my screen, and that's because I may have more assessments than perhaps you have facilitated within your organization. Not to worry, we'll be focusing only on the workplace platform, and within that workplace, you have something that's called the Your Groups functionality that was integrated into the overall platform in spring of this year. So let me go ahead and click on Your Groups. And things to know about your group is you can have one group or you can have multiple groups. So how do you create these groups? These are groups that you will initiate creating on your own. You can also share groups. So for purposes of demonstration, I have 3 groups that were already created for me. We're going to pick on the leadership cohort here. That's already highlighted. So if you move over to the middle of the screen, you can see that I've chosen this particular group. You can also see that 4 people are in my group. And if people leave the group, I can edit and remove them. And if people come into the group, I can add new individuals into the group as well. Looking across the top, there are 3 major menu items. The Your Group map, which gives a view of who you are by inserting you into the 4 quadrants of the map. It has the Style Insights, where it looks at each of the 4 styles one at a time and lets you compare yourself to each member in the group. So it's almost like doing the one-on-one comparison, or some of you may be familiar with the comparison report. This is where you would find that information. And then last but not least, there's the Group Insights menu item. Clicking on this will give you information regarding your percentages of each of the styles. It also has some lead-in discussion questions to help create dialogue. And then I would encourage you to, as a facilitator or as a manager looking to engage your team, I would encourage you to look at this as a starting point and then to add new questions, new thought-provoking questions that you would want your team members to reflect on. Okay, so as I said, the group map, you would come down and you would be able to see on the map itself where group members are. You would also be able to see how many members are in each style group. And so in this case, we have 2 Ds, no Is, 1 S, and 1 C. So a relatively balanced team. And then you, in the demo, I'm Mateo. My style is SC. I can click here and see more information about me. But I want to click on Marge. So I mentioned you may be familiar with the comparison report, a one-on-one view. If I wanted to see more information about Marge and myself, I could click on that more information, gather more information about Marge, see where we sit at on the DiSC model, and then go through much more information relating to how we work together. And I can use our continua which looks at behaviors to understand where we are fairly close on the continuum. And so likely that wouldn't be a huge problem, though it could. But typically those areas where you are further apart produce more challenging areas to get through. But based on your relationship and circumstances from the past, that should drive you on areas of this continua that you want to have more detailed discussion around, and maybe put in place actionable steps that you're going to take to mitigate any conflict that may come up. So again, that's almost like a one-on-one comparison. So to go back, I'm going to simply click the back key, and then I could walk through this step with each person. You could do it individually, independent of sitting with the other person, but we would strongly encourage that you come together at some point and talk to the other individual, and then collectively make some decisions about steps to take to work with one another. Okay, so that would be looking at the group map, the style insights. This is where you take all the D styles, and then you take it out into the area we just looked at by getting more information on the D style. You would click up here. There are no I's, so I think there was one S, and so on and so forth. You could split this information by style, group, or you could just look at it in the overall group map. The one I thought you might find most interesting is the Groups Insights feature. Here it provides a map, and it shows you percentages, so you know where you're heavy on certain styles and light on others. And then it provides a set of questions, things for you to think about here. And again, I would encourage you to add additional questions that's relevant to your group for them to have discussions around based on the makeup of the group insights and the team itself. Okay? You also see the continuum with all team members included. So we got one team member that's out here that's very strong-willed, and then we have other team members who are somewhat accommodating. Is this working? Is it not working? Where it's not working, what do we want to do? And you can do this for each of the areas. Notice here, there's more. And notice on each of them, you can view the filters below to see kind of where people fall at. And again, look at it to determine what actions, if any, you would want to take. So this is a quick view of the groups feature. I want to leave you with how to create your own group. Basically, you click the plus sign under, then I go back here. You click the plus sign, and then you simply type in the name of your group, drop down, decide what type of group it is, and then you click continue. The role, you may find that your role is not there. I wouldn't worry about that. If it's not, just simply click other and continue on. Okay, you would fill each of these out, and then that would take you back to where we were, and at that point you would see your group listed among the ones that we have here. So I hope you found this short video helpful in understanding your groups. What we often do is in our training sessions, we often, especially for intact groups, will have the group lead identify how to create breakout groups based on who's working with each other, so natural work groups. And then we have a worksheet that we've created where we ask them to go in and basically get some group insights and talk about areas of strengths as well as challenges, and then to break that down into what actionable steps are you going to take to make your team even better looking ahead. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.